going on, Wolfpack Nation? We're so glad you guys chose to watch this episode with us and find our channel here at Tuffy Talk. And my name is Macon Adams. I'm here with Michael today. And the real star of this episode is NC State commit Brandon. Is it Cisse?
Cisse.
How do you pronounce your last name? Cisse. Cisse. It's got a little mustard on it. That's why that's cool. That's cool, man. Well, welcome to the show, man. We're really glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah, man. We're really looking forward to it. So, Brandon, you committed to NC State. How long ago was it?
June 14th. Well, I actually committed June 7th. I just went public with June 14th. Yeah.
June 14th. Okay. And I was looking up, and you're from Lakewood, South Carolina, right? The other.
Yes, sir.
That's cool, man. So, really just want to get to know you first and your background, and then we can kind of go from there from the NC State commitment. But you grew up in South Carolina, and you've been playing at Lakewood. I noticed you've been obviously. I think State's recruiting you for DB position.
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Awesome. And then you had played some wide receiver, I think, in high school too, right?
Have.
Can you talk a little bit about the balance of having to play both positions and what your high school team, what you've learned through playing high school football so far?
I think came into high school more as a receiver guy, so that was just more of my natural stuff. But I mean, I flipped over. Now I'm playing a little bit of quarterback too, so I move around a lot more now, so I can move and play nickel, safety, all those things. But it's been all well though. I mean, the DB tradition here has been pretty good. I'm the third defensive back in a row that's had Division I offers, so I mean, I learned from the guys ahead of me, so I mean, it's a really good tradition. But I wish we would have went out a little better last year. But I mean, now it's just being more of a leader because I play everywhere now. So I mean, you guys might see me throw the ball a little bit, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey,
there we go.
I know you said you're probably recruited as a DB, but Thayer Thomas at NC State, he played receiver. He's thrown a few good passes during the game, so that's kind of maybe topics in there for you to be on both sides of the ball. But can you talk a little bit about Lakewood's culture, man? What's that been like on their high school football team?
It's been smooth since I've been here. I mean, it hasn't been too bad. We always got like a lot of talent, but I think right now it's just like putting everybody together is the hardest part right now because I mean we got a good individual play and things like that. But I mean, if we come together as one, I think we'll be really dangerous. But I mean, it's been pretty smooth like coming through my high school career, but. I think we definitely can shake some noise this year, though, just because we got a lot of guys coming back on the defensive side of the ball. So anytime you got 8 to 9 guys coming back, you got a good chance.
That's awesome. So let me get this straight. So you're going into your senior year, obviously. And you attended camps this summer. I know obviously you attended NC State's camps. Did you attend any other schools' camps?
Nah, I told people that was the only camp I was doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yes, we noticed that. I mean, obviously, you got the offer right after that. Can you talk a little bit about the camp and that moment of getting the offer and what that was like for you?
I think a lot of people, like, throughout my recruiting process, they really question, like, could I really run? Because on my tape, I don't get a lot of targets. So a lot of people question, like, okay, is he really good, like, in field speed and things like that? So I went to NC State. And I broad jumped like 9.6, 9.8, something around there. And then I ran 4.4. 4.4. So after I ran 4.4, a lot of people, that's a lot. That's not a lot of high school kids do that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of people notice.
You do that, the technique things, those are my strengths. So that take care of itself. And then, of course, Coach Mitchell is my guy. So him and Coach Wiles. Coach Wiles is actually the first guy he came to my school and talked to my head coach about me and then got in touch with him. I went up there in the fall when they beat Cuse.
Nice. Oh, nice. So which coach was the one that actually, extended the offer and said NC State wants you?
Coach D did it. Coach D, yep. That's my guy, Coach D.
Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what's that like getting that from the head coach? I mean, obviously, I was going to say, we'll start with that. What is it like getting it from the head coach? Because I know a lot of times some schools, that they do it different ways, but having the head coach offer you, what's that process look like, and what was that like for you?
Getting it from the head coach means a lot more to me personally, just because of I mean, you get it from the position coach, but it's like it's just not really genuine as real, like especially in person. I got it in person from Coach D. So like the head coach and things like that means like the head man really wants you. Like he's committable. You don't gotta really question anything like that. So I mean, that's always good when you get things like that. And then like especially just getting to know the head coach in person was really well. Like Coach D, he's a real straightforward guy. He actually just called me yesterday. He's actually at ACC Media Days right now.
Yeah, we were watching that. We actually say it was winning tape. So go ahead, Michael.
So when you got that offer, did you know right there you wanted to commit, or because a lot of times you get a first big Power 5 offer, and then a lot of other ones come in where you thinking, okay, maybe I can go somewhere else and see who else wants me, or did you know when Coach Doran offered you that you wanted to commit?
I actually wanted to commit that day, but my family didn't see everything, so I actually went there with like my high school coach. So I was like, oh snap! So I went back 3 days later with my family and everything like that. So just so I could commit with them after seeing everything. But yeah, it wasn't no like really wait to like see who else is coming, because like when you know, and that was just the thing for me. So like I really wish I could have committed that day, but I just had to get my family back there. When they saw it, I did it in front of them and everything like that. So they were jumping around.
That's cool, man. So I was looking at your offers, and Michael said, I think NC State in this case was like I think the first like real major Power 5 offer you got, but you have a lot of other really good offers on the table, like Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, Marshall. I'm looking at Buffalo. Can you talk about what made NC State stand out? I mean, I get that it's in a different conferences in those schools, but what made NC State stand out compared to the others?
I mean, I think that was the first school I really worked out at, so I really got to feel like the position coach and things like that. So anytime you get to really work hands on with a coach, you get to really get a feel for like how he coaches and like what his type of techniques are. I felt like that was the best fit for me to develop, because you get a lot of offers and things like that. Like, I racked up 20, 25 plus offers, but I didn't really work out. So like, it's hard for me to really know how that coach really coaches. So when I worked with Coach Mitchell, it was like, this is the coach like I really feel like can develop me. And like, he put out 8 cornerbacks in the past 6 years. So, I mean, what better place to be then,
I know. Yeah, man. I mean, you look at it, I haven't really gotten to be around many of the coaches, honestly, but Brian Mitchell's one, and even Coach DeForest, who's a safeties coach, that are guys that I would like to learn more about personally. And can you talk a little bit? You said he's your guy. You said Coach D's your guy. So can you talk a little bit about what being around Coach Mitchell or Coach, if you're on DeForest, but Coach Mitchell in this case, what that's like, what he's like for you?
Man, Coach Mitchell, man, that's a real down to earth person, man. He's a really good guy, though. I mean, like Coach Defo is actually the guy who really worked me out most of the camp. So yeah, I was around Defo a lot, and Defoe's a smart guy, man. I mean, he's been a defensive coordinator before, so anytime you get experience like that in the room, just knowing how to do different things, different stunts, things like that. So he's a real smart coach. And then, I mean, Coach Mitchell just had Caleb Farley, so anytime you got a first rounder like that, I mean, it's hard not to believe what he's doing, and him and Coach DeForest, they worked together before, so I mean that's a real big thing. And then Coach Mitchell, he's just a real nice guy. Like, he don't cuss or anything like that, like, but he gonna get on you now. He don't cuss or anything like that, but he gonna get on you. He gonna love you harder though.
No, I hear you. No, that's good, man. That's good.
Before we continue, I want to take a quick second to tell you about our sponsor, Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, that has your whole world covered, with agents in 5 offices throughout eastern North Carolina to help you decide how much coverage you need. Offering policies for home and auto, recreational vehicles, commercial, crop, health, life, and employee benefits. They are able to combine options to find a comprehensive solution that works for you. Flatlands Jessup protects the things you love so you can spend less time worrying and more time enjoying them. Find them on Facebook and Instagram at Flatlands Jessup. You can also visit their webpage at www.flatlandsjessup.com. So please make sure to go and check them out.
Yeah, I'm curious too. So, you mentioned being like Coach Mitchell producing a lot of really good DB talent lately, and he was known for that too at Virginia Tech. But if you look at this class coming in already, man, particularly the DB class, that's something strong, man, and it's really impressive what they're doing. Can you talk a little about? Are you guys close with the other guys? I know we've got a couple of safeties in Zach Myers and Damon Fagan and you. And I'm trying to think other guys I know I'm missing some guys off the top of my head, but can you talk about the DB class, how close y'all are and how talented you are, really? Because I mean, honestly, that's what I think about.
I mean, Zach, I met Zach back when we both had 0 offers last summer. Met Zach. Zach is a real cool guy, and I knew Zach for a while now. And Zach is like I'm really close with Zach. And of course, you got Cooley coming in, and Cooley's a dude. and he'll play a lot of nickel, things like that, and Cooley.
Marcus.
And then I just got to meet Fagan a lot, so yeah, we're all really getting close, like as commits overall. Though I mean, like of course you got Lex. You know, Lex is probably the funniest guy I know. And then you got Lex. You got those 4-0 linemen coming in. Just got Kamen Smith. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just more focusing on you guys as the
yeah,
DBs because I really feel like if you look at it by position group so far, the DBs, in my opinion, are the
yep.
strongest group coming in or committed so far. So yeah, that's what I was most impressed with. And I feel like you guys are very versatile players too. Obviously, you play on both sides of the ball. I really feel like you could see Zach. I know I saw his film. He played on both sides of the ball. Damon could play,
Yep.
a safety or corner. Like you guys probably could. Could you talk about that a little bit?
I think the
Could
versatility
you
in that
talk about
room is also
how,
very
like
strong.
your versatility, how you guys are? Sorry.
Yeah, I think the versatility in that room is very, very strong. Though I mean, anytime you get guys that can play all five back there, I mean, it's easy to move them around. Though I mean, we talked about it with Coach D. Like, we don't want to rebuild, we want to reload. So that's the thing about us. Like, we can all come in, we can all play all five. So, I mean, I think everybody being able to play corner and safety, that makes you so much better because, like, if somebody goes down, then okay, it's not a problem because we all practice the same thing. So, and then playing offense helps with playing defense as well. So, I mean, you talk about Zach. Zach can play offense. You talk about Fagan Cooley can play offense too. And Fagan's more of a defensive guy, but Fagan's a real deal, and that's a big guy right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been able to meet everybody that's committed so far in person? Or, I mean, I'm sure you're all texting and everything, but have you been able to meet them in person
No,
yet?
I haven't met too many of them in person. I met Zach before, but that's because I met Zach at camps at like multiple camps last summer. But I haven't met him, but I'll meet him next week, next Friday. I'm back when I'll be
Right.
at Alpha Wolf, so I'll be there.
Oh, you will be at Alpha Wolf, man.
Yeah, I will be
Okay,
there.
that's really
Great.
cool. I was curious
Yeah.
about that. I know it's a really good opportunity, and I'm that's awesome. Well, that's really cool, man. I'm I'm really excited about this class for you guys. And I guess moving forward, you obviously projected to be DB. Is there something about NC State this season you're getting good vibe on? I mean, I know the rest of the country is. What are your thoughts about NC State? What they could do this season? Um, did you grow up watching NC State in South Carolina much? Maybe that's a good question as too.
Yeah, I watched him a little bit. We actually got a DB that came out of my school who went over there. He's a corner. His name was JC Neal. He was in the class of 2005, so that's back when I was born. So I mean, guys like that, they came back,
Yeah,
and Nick McLeod is another SC guy that played up there. So I mean, this you talk
Yeah.
about the season this year. I think they got probably one of the best defenses in the country. I mean, anytime you get guys coming back like that with experience, pretty loaded, especially at the linebacker position. Though I mean, you got Drake, you got Isaiah, you got Peyton. So I mean, those are all guys, and that corner room is pretty good. Secondary overall is really well, and then I mean they got a lot of guys coming back. So I mean it's really strong. So I mean they're all really good people though.
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm curious, Dan. So that to me that's really exciting to me too. And I really could see a guy like you really doing well. And I'm curious with recruiting side of things. Did it ever grow tiring to you recruiting, or because it sounds like when you got the offer you just knew. But how has the recruiting process been for you?
I mean, it wasn't really too stressful for me because I treat every day like I had zero offers though, because I just went out there and I just kept working, put my head down. Because I mean, anytime you let all of the stuff get to you, that's when you get the big head and you lose sight of who you really are. So I didn't really pay too much attention to as many offers. Like I was very appreciative of them, but like I just knew I had to really keep getting better every day, things like that. But I don't think it was really too stressful for me. I just knew where the fit was, and that's where I really wanted to go. So I just didn't really. I told everybody that was the only camp I was doing because I went back in the fall. That was just a vibe I really caught on to, and that was the only thing I wanted to do was get that off right there, and then I just set it off.
So what stood out early on then? I mean, like did you visit other schools and you just not want to camp, or was it just that you only visit state, or Talk a little bit about that if you don't mind.
I mean, I had other like schools that really wanted me to camp. Like Virginia Tech wanted me to camp, but like that just really wasn't really like what I was really going for. Like that was all cool and everything. Like I had a really good time out there when I went there in the fall. But I mean, I went to NC State and like I remember it was so packed, like so packed. I guys lie to you not. I had to get out the car in the middle of the road and get on the golf cart. These fans are just wild, just jumping. I'm like, yeah, this is a place for me right here. I'm like, yeah, this is the place right here I need to be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You got anything for him, Michael?
Just I think I saw on your Twitter you said you planning on enrolling early in January. Is that correct?
I will be there in January.
That's awesome. Man.
Nice. That's good.
That's cool. Can't get there early enough. It sounds like that's cool, man.
Yeah. Earlier the better.
I got a couple last questions. So part of it is obviously recruiting still going on. You sound like you're pretty locked down. It sound like you're. I guess NC State is where you're going to, unless But I'm curious with the rest of the recruiting. Are there other guys you're looking into to want to join the class? Are you guys actively recruiting? How does that? Obviously, I don't need all the details, but are there other guys you're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, we still want Chris Peel. That's another corner. Nathan Leacock, who's actually announcing this Friday. We don't know. I'm trying to figure out if we're going to get him or Tennessee's going to get him.
Yep.
And then, we're still trying to get Hollywood, even though he committed to Oklahoma. I mean, you still got guys like that. Noah Rogers, Stan Quan Clark.
All those guys.
So, any of those guys that could really make a difference for us.
That'd be cool, man. So then I guess my last thing would be, obviously you've seen NC State fans on social media commenting at you. You've met some in person. You got any sort of message for them, for coming into the season and for the future?
I would just say you're getting a kid that's really humble, but he's just going to go to work from day one, though. So I think really just humble kid, but I'm ready to go.
That's awesome, man.
There you go.
Brandon Cisse, we really are thankful for having you on the show and really looking forward to seeing what you're going to bring to NC State on the field and off the field, man, because that goes both ways, man. We're really excited about you, man. And I hope you enjoy your senior season. We'll keep in touch. But Wolfpack fans, let Brandon know how much you appreciate him joining the NC State recruiting class and the football program. And we're really thankful for you guys tuning into this episode. So if you don't mind, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And it really helps us get out to other NC State fans. And yeah, guys, we really look forward to seeing you guys on our next episode. But until then, go Pack.